Clark County Today is presented by Connell Real Estate. Hire an agent, get a team. Learn more by visiting connellrealestate.com.
Hey everyone, Chris Brown here with your Thursday edition of the ClarkCountyToday.com video update. We're going to start you off with a check of the latest COVID-19 numbers. Clark County Public Health confirming 26 new cases today, bringing the total to 3,266 cases with 55 fatalities. There are currently 158 active cases. 26 people are hospitalized with a confirmed case. 9 more are in the hospital awaiting test results. And one of the most common questions the public has about this pandemic is where the virus is spreading. Out of 510 positive tests through the first 3 weeks of this month, Clark County Public Health was able to provide data on 235 of those. 41% came from a household member. Now, social gatherings accounted for 27% of cases, with the vast majority of those linked to small private gatherings of fewer than 10 people. 12% were connected to either a healthcare setting or a long-term care facility. Workplaces accounted for another 7%, while 8 cases were linked to either a grocery or retail location. The source of exposure was unknown in 127 cases, and another 148 cases are still under investigation. For the full list, check out our story today at ClarkCountyToday.com. The recent increase in COVID-19 cases pushed Clark County back into the high-risk category for school openings this week, delaying the move to in-person learning. Evergreen Public Schools said this week their transition to hybrid classes for K-6 students will have to wait until at least October 27th, since their agreement with teachers dictates 4 full weeks in the moderate risk category before moving out of fully online learning. Now, the district is still working to bring in small groups of 5 or fewer students to work with teachers inside buildings. The district is identifying students who are special needs or at risk of falling behind and working to set them up with in-person instruction where possible. In order to facilitate that, the district said some furloughed classified employees are being brought back as needed. Washougal School District says they are working on a similar program in order to help students most in need of additional instruction. Well, Tuesday marked the first day of fall, and that means it would usually be time to start thinking about pumpkin patches and trick-or-treating. Jacob Granneman checked in at one popular farm to see how they're working to provide family fun while still adjusting to the ongoing pandemic.
Pumpkin patches will look a little different this year, so we headed over to BZ Farms to see how the pandemic is affecting the fall festivities.
Looking at this year, 2020 pumpkin patch, it is going to be some different. Some stuff we can keep the same. We can still have a pumpkin patch, but we are going to have to change some things. Number one, we're going to have to require that everybody wear a face mask. We have a lot of sanitation stations set up and hand washing stations set up, trying to make sure that people stay safe, stay healthy. We had to eliminate the corn bin. A lot of kids really look forward to the corn bin. It was a lot of fun to play in the deep corn and stuff. The other thing we had to eliminate was the free hot drinks, mainly because the lines for the free hot drinks would become so large, we couldn't maintain social distancing. We are mandated not to have anything that is indoors. So those all were indoor activities, and because of that, we aren't allowed to. They want all fresh air. We did keep the bale maize because it's in a building that contains only 2 walls. We will have hay rides to the pumpkin patch. We're going to have to be careful how we load and unload the hay rides. We're mandated to try and do online ticketing and time ticketing, to try to keep the crowds from being too large and keep the crowds manageable. And we're finding that it is kind of nice to have the ticketing done in advance. We will see how that works, but it's kind of nice to see. We get an idea how many people are coming. Okay, the best way to contact us or get a hold or order tickets is through our website, busyfarms.com. Please be sure to bring a mask. And we want people to stay safe. We want people to not infect other people. And we want the children to have a good time.
All right, thanks, Jacob and Bill, for that report. While problems continue for Lacamas and Round Lakes in East Clark County, Public Health has issued a warning for both Camas Lakes due to toxic algae in the water. The blue-green blooms of cyanotoxins create a hazard for humans and animals. And this year has been especially bad, with levels rising above acceptable limits in at least 10 tests this summer alone. It's been a problem that Camas residents have complained about repeatedly over the years, with many blaming a failed stormwater biofilter at the Lacamas Shores subdivision, which could allow untreated water to run into the lake. On Wednesday, several citizens reported water overflowing from a manhole in that subdivision after just 30 minutes of light rain. To read more about the story, head on over to ClarkCountyToday.com. Lastly, tonight, Paul Valencia might already have his napkin tucked into his shirt, preparing to feast with just a week to go before the return of Dine the Couve. Before then, he checked in with a couple of restaurant owners planning to participate this year.
I'm no food critic, but clearly I love to eat food. And I'm looking forward to October. Yep, a week from today, Dine the Couve returns. Dozens of restaurants throughout Clark County are taking part in this festival of food. We talked to a couple of restaurant owners today.
Hi, I'm Jeff Boyer with Little Italy's Trattoria. We've been part of Vancouver for over 25 years, and we've had the luxury of doing Dine the Couve for the past 3. We've enjoyed doing Dine the Couve for the past few years and have seen a lot of repeat business from it. We enjoy meeting the new people who may have never even heard of us before. And we really look forward to what this year brings. With the pandemic and the different way of doing things, carry out only, we're curious to see what that brings.
Hi, I'm Derek Stainer, owner and operator of Slow Fox Chili Parlor. Very excited to participate in Dine the Couve this October. Been around for a little over a year now, but excited to get my word out for the chilies that I offer and the fresh vegetable sides. The community here is really welcoming, and I'm glad to be a part of it, and excited about participating with all these other restaurants.
All right, thanks so much, Paul. And that is your Thursday check of the stories that we're following for you at ClarkCountyToday.com. Be sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to stay on top of the latest and be part of the conversation about what's happening in your community. If you have some feedback or an idea for a story, you can reach us via email at news@ClarkCountyToday.com. For all of us, I'm Chris Brown. Thanks for watching. We'll be back with you again tomorrow.